Kawasaki Frontale have never made it past the quarter-finals, falling short on 3 attempts so far, while also crashing out of the competition in the round of 16 last time out. But something feels different this year after the 4-time champions of Japan put together an impressive league phase campaign and showed grit and determination in the last 16 stage. With Brazilian Edison leading the line in attack, Sota Miura keeping things steady at the back, and captain Yasuto Wakizaka pulling the strings in midfield, this is how Kawasaki secured their place in this year's Final 8.
Last season's semi-finalists, Ulsan HDFC, are hoping to add a third Asian crown to their trophy cabinet as they began the new AFC Champions League Elite season with a home tie against Kawasaki Frontale. The J1 League visitors had just 1 win in their last 5 matches against opposition from the Korea Republic. And given their domestic form, they came to the Ulsan Munsu Stadium as the outsiders. And it would be Ulsan in the blue and yellow who had the first shot of the day. Kim Min-jun forcing keeper Jung Sung-ryong into an awkward save at his near post. And Kim would be at the centre of the next scoring opportunity too. Nice link-up play on the left-hand side, the cross sent over. Lee Myung-jae with a perfect delivery, but Kim Min-jun mistimed his leap and sent the ball over the top from a really promising position for Ulsan HDFC. And immediately afterwards, Kawasaki Frontale went down the other end with Kobayashi Yu, and his low effort from distance had to be pushed past the post by Jo Hyun-woo in the Ulsan HD goal. The visitors by now had settled into the game with just over half an hour played. And when the ball was lifted in towards the centre, Wakizaka Yasuto had a go at goal on the volley. Joe getting across again. Wakizaka took it on the bounce. Joe making the spectacular diving save to keep the scores goalless at half-time. But after the troubles that the teams were having to find the net in the first half, just 8 minutes after the break, Kawasaki Frontale would make it look easy thanks to Marcinho. He got on the end of the pass from Sasaki, cut inside from the left flank and dispatched the ball into the far corner. A wonderful finish to beat Jo Hyun-woo in the Ulsan goal. It will be a searching pass from the left-hand side that gave Ulsan HD a great chance to level things with 20 minutes to go. Substitute Ko Seung-byeom waited patiently as the ball bounced past the first defender. Sasaki Asahi threw himself in the way to block the shot. Kawasaki held on, but as time wore on, Ulsan HD grew in their desperation to find that equaliser. Former Urawa player Esaka Ataru controlled well in the box, fired over a dangerous cross, but despite the best efforts of the freshly introduced Iago Cariello, he could not quite reach it to turn the ball in. When stoppage time came around, the attacking play had all been from Ulsan HDFC for a long spell. Iago Cariello smashed one more shot goalwards, but Jung batted it away to stop it creeping inside the post. And Kawasaki Frontale had done enough to hold on for what could prove to be a precious 1-0 away win. Ulsan had more possession, but Marcinho's goal was the difference.
It was a dream start for Kawasaki on the opening day of action, with Marcinho's goal the decider against Ulsan HD. With 3 points on the board early, confidence was running high. But their next opponent was Gwangju FC, who travelled to the Todoroki Stadium off the back of a 7-3 win over fellow J1 League side Yokohama on matchday 1.
Kawasaki Frontale of Japan faced Gwangju FC of the Korea Republic on matchday 2. Kawasaki claimed a hard-fought 1-0 win last time out, but Gwangju, wearing yellow and red today, they won 7-3 in their remarkable opener. The hosts will have to be very wary of their threat. Here's Tigrao, nice work on the left-hand side for Gwangju FC, good ball in. Hyo Yul forces the save from Jung Sung-ryong in the early stages. Kawasaki knock it around in the defence, looking for some kind of outlet, but Takai is giving it away carelessly there. They'll get it into the box. Was that a foul by Cesar Haidar? The referee says it was. Kim Jin-ho brought down from behind. It'll be Jasia Asani from the spot, straight down the middle. Asani gives Gwangju FC the lead. He took responsibility with the spot kick. And the visitors are 1-0 up. Tikao to Jong Ho-yeon, back to Tikao. Did that clip the bar on its way over? Good link-up play, but just too high. Kawasaki looking for a way to get back on level terms here. Tono Daya has a decent go at goal 5 minutes before the break, testing Kim Kyung-min. Yamamoto, what a ball that is, into the box. Yamamoto sets up Segawa. He could only poke it goalwards, and Kim had to be brave to make the stop. He keeps Gwangju FC just about in front in this game. The guests started strongly, but it's still close at the interval here. 1-0 Gwangju FC. The guests are being pushed back in this second half now, and Park has lost it here. It's come for Kobayashi. He's levelled it for Kawasaki, but hang on. The referee has not given this. Tachibanada just there clipping the back of Park's heels. It is a foul, but a let-off for Gwangju. The cross comes over to Tono, flicks it back in for Segawa. Segawa connecting well with the header, but it was just too high. Tachibanada with space on the right to deliver that in for Edison. Edison, Marcinho's there, and it stayed out somehow at the back post. Edison with the header, Marcinho missed, and Edison again somehow missed it from the other side. Kawasaki with Ienaga going forward one more time, 10 minutes to go. And Yamada Shin cannot get the right touch on it. It's just been yellow shirts camped in their own box for the second half, but they've done enough. Frontale should have taken a point or perhaps more, but Gwangju FC hold on to win. 1-0 the final result from Kawasaki.
After a strong start to the league phase, Kawasaki failed to build on it in front of a home crowd against Gwangju, with Asani's penalty the difference between the two sides, leaving Frontale stuck on 3 points going into their next game in China, where they faced Shanghai Shenhua on match day 3. China PR's Shanghai Shenhua and Kawasaki Frontale from Japan have had identical starts to life in the AFC Champions League Elite, with wins on the opening day, but both sides head into match day 3 at the Shanghai Stadium, looking to bounce back from defeat last time out. Now that's a heavy challenge by Marcinho on Ibrahim Amadou, and it's going to be a straight red card less than 5 minutes in. Shenhua looking to take advantage of the extra man. Shot from distance, simple save for Jung Sung-ryeon in the Kawasaki goal. Shanghai again coming down that left side. Not a bad effort, it's taken a deflection and finds its way into the back of the net. Wang Haijian with the left-footed strike. The deflection, the wrong footing, Jung Sung-ryeon. Little over half an hour gone. Kawasaki Frontale desperate for a way back into this game. That might be it. Well, it's a poor header really. It's a free header on goal, but he's put it over. Shanghai Shenhua really dominating this first 45 with the extra player. Very nearly picking up a second goal, inches wide. So 1-0 the score here at the break in favour of the home side. Nice Shenhua linking up nicely. Oh, lovely little chip past the player. Chip past the keeper. Not quite as impressive there from Yang Zexia. Asahi Sasaki still going. Gonna have a shot here, and it's not a bad one off the post. Oh, that is really unlucky. It's a fantastic solo run as he bulldozes his way through and fires the ball off the woodwork. Wu Shi, the captain. Oh, lovely ball. Lovely first touch as well. Nearly the second goal for Shanghai Shenhua. The delivery and the first touch deserving of it. The finish not quite there though. into stoppage time. Andre Luis. Oh, he's gone down just inside the box. Referee wastes no time in pointing to the spot. Andre Luis stepping up to seal the deal here in stoppage time, and that will wrap things up. An impressive Shanghai Shenhua pick up their second win of the league phase to take their tally to 6 points in the East, while it's back-to-back defeats for Kawasaki Frontale. Things did not go to plan in the Shanghai stadium, with another poor performance making it back-to-back defeats for Kawasaki. With teams elsewhere picking up points, Frontale knew that their next game was a must-win situation as they welcomed Shanghai Port to the Todoroki Stadium on matchday 4.
A closely contested match is expected on matchday 4 of the AFC Champions League Elite as Kawasaki Frontale hosts Shanghai Port. The Chinese side are 1 point above the Japanese, so all to play for. Kawasaki have suffered 2 losses in a row and start as if they mean to make amends. Here they are with the early chance as the ball is clipped in. It's half cleared as far as Ienaga, and that's 1-0 to the Japanese. What a great start for them. The 38-year-old showing great technique. Just a couple of minutes later, and Toro Aniki's side really continuing to pile forward as the shot comes in from Erison. It's saved and then tapped in on the rebound by Sagawa for 2-0 so early. Erison forcing Yang Jungling into the save, but Sagawa is there. Only 1 goal was scored by Kawasaki coming into this fixture, but they look really confident here. Their next chance in the 33rd minute, it's a lovely step over, and the drive comes in, and that's 3-0. Sai van Vermerskerken with the final finish as they tear Shanghai Port apart. A bright first-half performance from the Japanese against poor Shanghai Port. But the Chinese Super League champions come roaring out in the second half as Wang Shenchao here heads over. It was a great cross to him from Matthias Vargas, but Shanghai Port are missing Wu Lei today. Midway through the second half, and the Chinese side continuing to attack here as the cross comes in towards Gustavo, and that should have been the goal back for Shanghai Port. Not much to work with today for the Brazilian forward, with Oscar ineffective. Into the 70th minute here, as Kawasaki Frontale finally go on the attack. It's a tremendous run from Sagawa, and his shot is just turned over by Yang Junling. A terrific effort. Kawasaki keeping their opponents at arm's length in this second half as we're into the final 10 minutes as Matthias Vargas hits one, and it's a wonderful effort right into the top corner for 3-1. A glimmer of hope for Shanghai Port. It hasn't knocked the confidence, though, of the Japanese. As they come forward here, Ienaga with the cross to the far stick, and Kobayashi unlucky to see his header crash off the post. Into the 90th minute, late drama as there's a second yellow card for Ienaga for felling Oscar. It's a real shame as he was one of the game's best performers. It ends 3-1 to Kawasaki Frontale to boost their hopes of a top 8 finish, but that's a real blow for Shanghai Port.
3 first-half goals and an all-round stellar team display meant Kawasaki were back to winning ways again, and just in time as well. With 6 points after 4 games played, they were looking much healthier in the league table, but knew that plenty more points would be needed to secure a place in the next round. Their next test came in the form of a trip to Thailand to take on Buriram United.
Having picked up points in their first 3 games, Thai side Buriram will be keen to add to their tally after their good start came to a halt with a 5-0 defeat last time out. Today's opponents, Kawasaki Frontale, have lost just once in 8 AFC away games before today's clash. It's Chajic for Buriram. That's a good pass for Chris Beam. Into the box he goes. The tackle came in right at the end, and Chris Beam could not hit the target, but good attacking intent from Buriram early on. A few half chances at either end, but nothing concrete inside the first 20 minutes. Unmatan with a bit of room over on the left. He'll get the cross low towards Chris Beam in the 6-yard box. He just poked it wide under pressure from the defender. Couldn't quite hit the target, but again, Buriram go looking for that opening goal. Kawasaki Frontale have it now. Yamauchi. What can he do from there? Threads it through towards Edison. Edison goes from the shot from the angle. Flashed it across the face of goal. They've had a few shots, but with just over 30 minutes gone, that's their best yet. Super Chai, brilliant work down the left for Buriram. The ball falls kindly back for Goran Čaušić, but he can't hit the target. Čaušić wide from the edge of the area. Both sides looking for the opener. Neither found it in the first half. Frontale, that's a great through ball from Tachibanada to Segawa in the area. Just waited a split second too long and Etheridge was able to make the save. What a pass from Tachibanada. Tono bouncing into the box for Edison. Edison again has a go from the angle. This time denied by the upright. 20 minutes to go. Edison goes close again for Kawasaki. Frontale passing it around nicely. Into the box it goes for Segawa. He's got teammates in the middle. Deep cross towards Miura. There's the opening goal. Etheridge got something on it. Maybe Yamada helped it on its way too, but the goal will stand and Frontale lead. Can Buriram get something back at the end here? Bizzoli, the substitute, with the shot on target. Jung Sung-ryong turns it behind. Gaps starting to appear now for Frontale as Buriram send players forward. They'll get it into the box. And Tono timed the run perfectly. 2-0 in stoppage time. Kawasaki will win this one. Now Kanda breaking forward. 97 minutes on the clock. Curtis Good slides in to get the ball away, but it'll come back across the box. And Kanda, the 18-year-old, scores the third. It's harsh on Buriram, but Frontale finish strong. They leapfrog the home side and move a step closer to going through.
With Miura breaking the deadlock midway through the second half, Kawasaki went on to come out comfortable winners in the end, taking their tally to 9 points and making it back-to-back wins for the Japanese side. With wind in their sails again and Shigetoshi Hasebe taking over as manager at the start of February, Kawasaki made the trip to the Steel Yard to face off against Pohang.
Round 7 in the AFC Champions League Elite group phase. Pohang Steelers and Kawasaki Frontale are both currently placed within the top 8 qualification spots. A win for Frontale here would see the Japanese side through to the round of 16 with a game to spare. It's sent long for Frontale in white down the left. Marcinho picks it up near the byline. Great skill from Marcinho. Yamada Shin could not quite apply the finish. Hwang in the Pohang goal can pounce on the loose ball, but great work from Marcinho. Not many chances to speak of in this first half, but Frontale still on top and still looking to find a way to break the deadlock. Ito Tatsuya sends in the cross and it's headed into Yamada, breaking the deadlock. Frontale finding a way to move in front before half-time. It had been coming. They've won their last 3, and now they're a step towards making it 4 in a row. There's a battle for the ball over near the touchline. Asperpotomitis up against Yamada. Was there a little kick out there? A knee to the stomach, perhaps. The referee thinks so. Jonathan Asperpotomitis is sent off. The home side down to 10 men and yet to have a shot on goal. Pohang now breaking forward in numbers for the first time really in this game. Lee Ho-jae, no takers in the centre. Eo Jeong-won with the effort, that's blocked. Where will the follow-up go? Obadan coming in, rushing towards the edge of the area, but just too high with his curling finish. Pressure piled on the Pohang defenders, and Sasaki comes away with the ball. Here's Yamada in the box, and Wakizaka Yasuto can apply a finishing touch. Great passing, having won the ball back. Frontale double their lead. Will that break the resistance of the 10 men now? The only problem with that move was the celebration. Frontale pushing on again. The ball sent in, and it's poked in at the near post. Kawahara getting across the defender to touch it in on the near side. 3-0 now, and Kawasaki Frontale will be heading to the round of 16. Frontale absolutely dominant now. The 10 men tiring from Pohang. The ball's still alive. Edison heads it down, and it creeps over the line. Hwang In-jae could only push it onto the inside of the post, and just like in their last game, Frontale hit 4. Ellison with the header to apply the final touch. Pohang stay in the mix, but it's a perfect day's work for Hasebe Shigetoshi and his team. Frontale book their spot in the next round.
With Kawasaki putting together one of their best performances of the tournament so far, it was safe to say they had finally found their rhythm. With another win under their belt and 12 points to their name, a place in the last 16 was now guaranteed. But they wanted to finish the league phase on a high note when they welcomed the Central Coast Mariners from Australia to Japan.
It's an all-Japanese top 3 as we head into the final match day of the AFC Champions League Elite East Group. Already qualified Kawasaki Frontale make 10 changes to the side which won in the J-League at the weekend, while eliminated Central Coast Mariners have fielded a young side for today's clash as they look to bow out with a first win. Vermeskirchen, the fullback for Frontale, sends in the cross. Miyagi's header has the keeper scrambling across goal. Pavlicic gets over to cover it. It's the first half chance of the game, really. It's been a quiet opening. Sent into the box, and the overhead efforts. Again, Adam Pavlicic has to scramble across towards his left-hand side. Edison with the overhead. Is Yamauchi darting forward into the box for Kawasaki Frontale. They've been pushing and pushing, and now the foul from Christian Theoharis draws the penalty. Ellison, the number 9, stepping up to take it, and he blasted into the back of the net. Kawasaki Frontale lead 10 minutes before the break. A central effort from the penalty, but it had enough power to get into the back of the net. Ellison, Yamauchi from the D, off the crossbar, and away. It's cleared by the Central Coast Mariners defender. So close to a second just before the break here. The home side have the half-time lead. Their opponents have offered very little in the first 45 minutes. It's Wakizaka Yasuto standing over the free kick. It's right on the edge of the box. He goes direct, only into the side netting. He's only been on the field a couple of minutes, Wakizaka Yasuto. He almost made the impact immediately. Here's Marcinho, clear down the left-hand side. The cross is played in with the outside of the foot. It was flicked brilliantly towards Ellison. The finish just slid wide. Top marks for the cross. Not quite perfect on the finish. Ellison caught it well and sent it off target. Marcinho with space again, linking up really nicely with Edison. Marcinho goes himself this time. Draws a good stop from Adam Pavlicic, who had to get down quickly. It's Patrick Verhon. Sends it in behind towards Marcinho! A delightful lob for 2-0 right at the end of stoppage time. Kawasaki Frontale will seal the win, which never really looked to be beyond doubt. 5 straight wins to finish the group stage for Kawasaki Frontale. 4 consecutive clean sheets as they sail into the next round. For Central Coast Mariners, the campaign ends in defeat.
The Brazilians were at it again on the final match day, with both Edison and Marcinho securing another victory. And with it, a second-place finish in the East with a 15-point total. And so it was on to the last 16 stage, where Kawasaki came up against Shanghai Shenhua, the team they lost 2-0 to on match day 3. Kawasaki Frontale lost just 2 games during an impressive league phase, but one of those defeats came against last-gasp qualifiers from China's Shanghai Shenhua. Now the teams meet again for the first leg of the last 16 knockout stage, with a place in the quarterfinals up for grabs. over half an hour gone. Very few chances at either end. Now perhaps visitors, Kawasaki Frontale, they find the back of the net. Will the goal count though? That is the question. Yusuto Wakizaka in an offside position, comes back from it to score. VAR says no. Still 0-0 here. Edging towards the half-time whistle. Nice little 1-2 there. Ball inside to Marcinho. A full stretch. Gets a touch on the ball, but can't help it towards goal. Courageous goalkeeping from Bao Yashiong in goal. Takes it to the midsection. Full force there from Marcinho. Deep into stoppage time. After the first 45, very little from Shanghai Shenhua so far. Perhaps the opportunity, little dink, and a good save in the end. Fantastic effort there from the captain, Wu Shi. Lovely control, does really well to get the shot off as well. So, nothing to separate the two sides at the break. As we head into the second 45, Shanghai Shenhua, a good start to the second half here. Ulsan Manafa puts in an early cross. And a diving header from Liu Chengyu goes just wide. Did really well to get in front of the defender. And can't guide it into that bottom corner. 66th minute now. Shanghai Shenhua, a lot more rhythm in their play. Chan Shinichi to take Sarah. Back to Shinichi. Cut back inside. And Amadou skies his effort over the crossbar. What an opportunity for the home side there. Oh, Shanghai have been so much better in this second half. Piling on the pressure. Texera. Sees his shot blocked. Manafa puts it in. And I'm pretty sure his effort was off target, but it doesn't matter because Kota Takai toe pokes it into the back of his own net. It's unfortunate for Kawasaki, but what an important goal for Shanghai Shenhua, who draw first blood with a slender 1-0 win at home. But with everything still to play for in the second leg, there's still hope for Kawasaki to turn things around and move on to the quarter-finals.
Kawasaki Frontale will surely go on the attack to overturn their deficit from the first leg in the round of 16 against Chinese side Shanghai Shenhua, who have beaten the Japanese twice already this season without conceding. The unfortunate Kota Takai scored the only goal at the wrong end last week to hand Shenhua victory, and the Japanese have been putting the pressure on from the start here, and finally in the 24th minute they've broken through. Asahi Sasaki with the dribble. It's a brilliantly disguised shot as well as he rifles it in at the near post. The goalkeeper unsighted. 1-0 to Kawasaki Frontale, 1-1 on aggregates. Coming towards the end of the half here, a late corner. As the volley comes in and it's incredibly off the near post and it goes wide of the target. Kawahara with the effort. Half-time 1-0 to the home team, but we're all square on aggregates. Coming into the second half, and it's a strong start from the Chinese as there's an effort which just flies wide here from Teixeira, going for the spectacular, but it drops wide. All the pressure coming from Shanghai Shenhua, but suddenly the Japanese can come on the counter-attack here as Sasaki plays the ball in, and that's a superb finish from Elisa. 2-0. It's against the run of play, but Kawasaki Frontale lead the tie for the first time on aggregate, and it's a great little finish as well. And what a lift that has given the home team. Some confident and patient play here from the Japanese. As the cutback is made, and Ito is there, and he picks his spot for 3-0. That's the cushion that Kawasaki Frontale were looking for. There's a tight offside decision, but VAR give the goal. And Kawasaki Frontale here seemingly cruising to the win. A brilliant finish as well. The 74th minute now, Kawasaki Frontale are just playing with Shanghai Shenhua. As the cross comes in and Marcinho volleys off the post. Into time added on. As Marcinho here is unmarked. He takes his time and lifts a finish into the back of the net. Well, he deserves that goal for his performance. It's a sublime finish, and he makes it look so easy as well. The goalkeeper floundering. It ends 4-0 to Kawasaki Frontale, who cruise through to the quarter-finals 4-1 on aggregate at the expense of Shanghai Shenhua.
After a worrying first leg, Hasebe's side managed to turn the tide in style in the second and book their place in the quarter-finals for just the fourth time in the club's history. But an extremely tough game against Qatar's Al Sadd waits for them in Jeddah, and they will need each and every player to be at their best if they stand any chance of making history and progressing to the semi-finals.
フロンターレは国内のタイトルを取っているんですけど、アジアでのタイトルがないっていうところで、サポーターの皆さんもすごいこの ACL エリートのタイトルを欲してますし、クラブとしてもそれを取るためにそれをキャプテンとして目指すことを引っ張れることを喜びとして感じています。サポーターの皆さんと一緒に勝利を分かち合う準備をしています。街を歩けばフロンターレの旗だったりだとか、ポスターが貼ってあるので、そういった川崎市から応援してもらってるっていうのを、感じて、プレーしています。試合後によく後輩の選手たちとよく食べに行くのは、焼肉は、川崎市に、ある高西というお店によく行きます。数々の強いチームが出場してるんですけど、やっぱり、ロナウド選手のいるチームは対戦してみたいなと思います。僕の憧れの選手は、アンドレス・イニエスタ選手です。僕が高校生ぐらいの時からずっと、YouTube などでプレーの動画を見て参考に。
Kawasaki Frontale's left-back Sota Miura has been an absolute revelation throughout this year's AFC Champions League Elite. His defensive displays helped secure 5 clean sheets en route to the final 8, and the 24-year-old even got his name on the score sheet in his side's 3-0 away win over Buriram United. It's usually the players further forward who steal the headlines in the AFC, but Sota Miura deserves to take center stage after his heroic performances. If Kawasaki find themselves fighting for the title in May, you know Miura almost certainly will have played his part in getting them there.